Now on CoastTV News.
Finalizing funds, officials in Sussex and Worcester County work to meet budget deadlines before the start of the next fiscal year. And Milford makeover, planned apartments, restaurants, and more getting a public hearing today.
This is CoastTV News Midday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Elisa Weber and welcome to Coast TV News Midday. Happening today, Sussex County Council could move closer to finalizing its 2026 fiscal year budget. The proposed budget is up for review at the council meeting with a potential vote ahead of the June 30th deadline. Also up for consideration are the annual service charges for the county's water and sanitary sewer districts. And Worcester County officials are also working to continue to work on its new budget. During a workshop today, county commissioners are focusing on solid waste, proposed fee increases, and tax reductions. The commissioners have to finalize that budget by June 30th. And we have an update on a story we have covered for about a year out of Lewis. North Star Property LLC is proposing a commercial and residential development with hundreds of homes between Beaver Dam Road and Route 9. Today, this project is back in front of the Sussex County Council. Preliminary site plans for the North Star development were approved last October, and now 3 new ordinances are up for consideration. Council is looking at zoning changes and a conditional use ordinance today during its session. And this is now going to bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how do you feel about large developments? And so far, we're going to look at the total amount of votes that we have. And 50% say schools cannot handle the new developments. And also, they want to add more affordable homes. And if you haven't voted yet, you can still do so on CoastTV.com or over on our mobile app. And new this morning, a serious crash involving 2 tractor-trailers shut down Route 13 south in Seaford early this morning. According to the Seaford Volunteer Fire Department, crews were called to that scene around 2:30 a.m. on Sussex Highway. The department says firefighters used a combination of hydraulic tools and a grip hoist to free a trapped person inside one of those tractor-trailers. Drivers are being advised to avoid the area and expect delays for several hours while crews work to clear the wreckage. And this little open lot in Milford could become new apartments and new businesses. That lot is between 111 and 115 North Walnut Street in Milford. That project is set to go in front of the Milford Planning and Zoning Commission today. Developer Zach King wants to make this a mixed-use 4-story building with up to 16 apartment units, saying affordable housing is his main goal. King is also proposing a restaurant and a bar business on top of the building and even a business in the basement.
Commercial space we can fit into a building means more rents coming from those commercial tenants, which effectively means less money we have to make off the apartment units.
And the Milford Planning Commission will discuss this tonight at 6 o'clock. And also at that meeting in Milford, a review of new rules for outdoor barriers. There are proposed changes dealing with fences, porches, decks, and driveways. It is a part of a workshop to hear feedback from people living in Milford. And we're now going to take a live look outside at Milford, and our first meteorologist, Bob Trahey, is going to be joining us. Bob, we're really close to Memorial Day weekend, but it is cool outside, but the good thing is the sun is out.
That is a good thing, Elisa, that the sun is out, but it is cool. We're seeing temperatures running below average, and I think that's a trend right into the holiday weekend. And temperatures struggling to warm now through the low to mid 60s, 63 in Georgetown. Millsboro is 61, a cooler 59 in Rehoboth. Redden right now it's 63. We've got a cool northerly breeze that is gusting up to close to 20 miles per hour at the coast. Not as strong inland. Those winds are backing off a little bit as we're looking at mainly clear skies. There are a few high clouds floating in now as we have a northerly flow in place with high pressure over the top of us. So it's the last dry day before we start to see rain. We're seeing that rain moving into the Ohio Valley and then farther back into the plains. That rain will be moving in as we go into tomorrow morning. Here's Futurecast today at noon, mid to upper 60s inland, some cooler 50s at the coast. We'll see some of those high clouds increasing, and some of us will get into the low 70s, but it will be a struggle from Salisbury to Selbyville and Millsboro, but cooler at the coast as the clouds thicken up as we go into the evening hours. Day part forecast, make sure you have the sunscreen this afternoon, but it'll be a cool breeze with temperatures in the 60s and 70s. Then a yellow alert tomorrow for rain, possibly heavy at times. Pretty unsettled through the end of the weekend. Fingers crossed of the Memorial Day holiday weekend. I'll have your full forecast coming up a little bit later on.
Thank you so much, Bob. And parts of the United States are dealing with severe weather. At least 28 people are dead from tornadoes that started on Friday. And there are reports of dangerous supercell storms. As Amy Kiley shows us, some meteorologists say millions of people are at risk today.
A weather system responsible for powerful tornadoes and dangerous supercells is moving east today. Forecasters say the Mid-South is the epicenter, with risks to surrounding states. They predict a chance of supercell thunderstorms. Those can last for hours due to an updraft rotation, according to the National Weather Service. Forecasters say other risks today include flash floods, strong tornadoes, and very large hail. That includes in some areas still recovering after roughly 100 tornadoes struck the central and eastern U.S. in recent days.
It seemed like a longer time, but it was probably seconds. My family went to the corner of the closet, and I was in front of the door holding it as I could hear the noise and the pressure on the door.
More than 24 people are dead as a result of that weather. Kentucky reports the most fatalities, and it's in the crosshairs again today.
He wrapped himself around my sister. I guess when the tornado hit, that it just separated them.
The St. Louis mayor says human error hindered tornado sirens Friday. Now she says the city is ready for this next round of weather.
Our fire department will be moving forward with the role of making sure that that is deployed from this point forward.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
In Milton, we are looking at a potential delay in construction of a Royal Farms gas station and convenience store on the northeast side of town. The engineering firm representing Royal Farms is asking the Planning and Zoning Commission for an additional year of the final site plan approval. They say extra time is needed due to Delta projects near the planned location on the Milton-Ellendale Highway, and utility updates requested by Artesian Wastewater Management. It was this time last year Royal Farms received an extension that expires in 2 weeks. And coming up after the break, train turmoil will tell you how one community is taking action against what they say are loud horns disturbing the neighborhood. In Kent County, neighbors in Harrington are sounding the alarm on constant train horn noise disrupting their community. People there say the horns have grown louder, longer, and more frequent. They say especially during late night and early morning hours, and they've had enough. Delmarva Central Railroad says trains follow federal regulations requiring horns at all public crossings unless the area is a designated quiet zone. Still, neighbors say the constant honking has become impossible to ignore, and they're calling for a solution.
You can hear it now, it comes through, but then it also comes late at night when you're just relaxing at 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. So it just comes all throughout the day.
And neighbors have started a petition to establish a quiet zone, hoping to put an end to the excessive train noise there in Harrington. And here's good news for Americans expected to hit the roads this Memorial Day weekend. Filling up for that trip is going to be cheaper, according to Gas Buddy. The average price of a gallon of gas is expected to be $3.08. That's the lowest price since this time in 2021, and way lower than it was 3 years ago when it was $4.60.
We're seeing an increase in high clouds in Cambridge right now in the FH FERCam, only 61. It is cool out there and only into the mid to upper 60s today. One last sunny day for Delmarva, and on the cool side, then a yellow alert for Wednesday for rain. Could be heavy at times, maybe some thunder too, and unsettled for the rest of the week and hopefully clearing up for the holiday weekend. Congratulations to Alfred Stabile from Ocean Pines, Maryland on winning a brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and CoastTV, and he'll need it with rain on the way. I'll have your full forecast coming up next. It's been a little cooler than average the last couple of days, and today is no exception. Here's the Tyndall's Casual Furniture camera in Laurel. 61 looks like a fire of some sort out there in the distance, and we're looking at temperatures cool this afternoon with high clouds building in, maybe getting to 70, but it could be a struggle for a lot of us. It is cool out there, low humidity, a little breezy with temperatures in the 60s and 70s today. That's it for the nice weather, because tomorrow is a yellow alert day for rain. Some of that rain will be heavy at times, and maybe some rumbles of thunder as well, and very chilly. And then it's just kind of unsettled as we go through the rest of the week. Here's the rain chances next 7 days. You can see how it starts to pick up late tonight and then right to the top of the graph tomorrow. Likely rain and once again, maybe some embedded thunder too. Scattered to widespread showers continue through Thursday, and I think still a lingering chance on Friday. This map is showing maybe some rain chances Saturday through Monday, Memorial Day. Right now, I'm crossing my fingers saying it will be dry Saturday through at least a good chunk of Monday, maybe some rain later on in the day. Right now, temperatures are chilly in the low to mid 60s. Willard 65, Salisbury 64, Millsboro 62, only 58 IR Inland, and Rehoboth at 59 with a northerly breeze making it feel even cooler. Now gusting close to about 15 miles per hour at the coast. The winds have backed off a little bit as high pressure is moving closer to us. And right now, mainly clear skies, just some high clouds building in from the west now as high pressure is in control with a northerly flow around that high. That's why it's so chilly. Then we're tracking this system across the Ohio Valley and Midwest with showers, some thunderstorms. They could be seeing another round of severe weather out there, and this system will continue to slide to the east. Don't think we're looking at severe weather tomorrow, but we do have a yellow alert for that potential of heavier rain. As we're seeing the clouds increasing this afternoon, low 70s by 4 p.m. away from the coast with low to mid 60s at the beaches, around 69 in Rehoboth. We'll thicken up the clouds as we go into this evening, and temperatures in the 50s and low 60s. The winds pick up into Wednesday morning, and so does the rain. Leave extra time to get to your destination. The morning rush could be kind of messy. And look at this, by 10 a.m., yellow and orange all over the map indicating the heavier rain, maybe some rumbles of thunder, and you see some of these arrows that are orange to red. Those are strong easterly winds, so it's going to be a miserable day. Even by 1 p.m., still looking at the steady rain, maybe scattered showers by the evening, but you can see we're stuck in the 50s and low 60s. Remains unsettled into Wednesday night and Thursday. Still that chance of a few showers, maybe a few breaks, and temperatures in the 60s and low 70s, but we still continue that unsettled pattern as we go into Thursday evening. Not expecting severe weather tomorrow, but we could definitely see some heavy rain with some of those storms as we're looking at about a half inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain. Maybe some places picking up over an inch of rain, especially under some of those heavier thunderstorms as these winds get really strong, gusting over 30 miles per hour, maybe close to 40 at the beaches tomorrow, close to 30 inland, kind of adding to the dreariness of the weather. And down the road as we head into the holiday weekend and early next week, below normal temperatures. Memorial Day is typically the unofficial start to summer. Not going to be feeling like it with temperatures below average. And today, lower 70s from Millsboro to Laurel and Seaford with increasing high clouds. Lower 70s for the eastern shore and around Salisbury 72 for you and 70 into Ocean City, mostly sunny. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Yellow alert Wednesday for that rain, heavy at times, a high of 60 degrees. And then upper 60s Thursday and Friday, lingering showers, and then cool to start the holiday weekend. Saturday 69, then 70 Sunday, and hopefully a dry Memorial Day and a high of 75.
Tonight on DSN, Lake Forest is at Cape for the Henlopen Conference Championship. That's at 8 o'clock, and then tune into the final score at 10:30. Coast TV will be right back. The next step in banning beach tents and canopies in Ocean City occurred last night with the first reading of an ordinance. It's similar to Dewey Beach's policy. Mayor Rick Meehan and members of the council discussed concerns over tents blocking views and beach access. Baby tents are still allowed, but all other tents and unattended canopies set up before 10 a.m. are banned. While Monday night was the first reading, people living in Ocean City have questions about enforcement.
Who's going to enforce it? You know, we can't really ask the lifeguards to be pulled away from water rescue or any kinds of observation that they already maintain.
And the next step is a second reading of that ordinance, which will be at a future OC Council meeting. And there's a new pair of adorable faces you can meet at the Salisbury Zoo. This is Phineas and Ferb, two chinchilla brothers welcomed into the zoo's family. The zoo says these two cute siblings won't be on habitat, but you'll be able to meet them through educational programs. And coming up, Car Seat Check will tell you about the free event aimed at ensuring car safety. In Lewis, police will host a free event to ensure car safety. Free car seat checks will take place this Thursday. Officers will help make sure they are installed correctly. The agency says people can head to the Lewis Elementary School from 1:30 to 4:30, and there is no appointment needed to attend. And new this morning, a committee in the Delaware General Assembly is taking aim at health care, and it starts with what's on your plate. State Representative Jeff Holofsky from Long Neck has joined the newly formed Delaware Food is Medicine Committee created by Governor Matt Meyer. The goal is to treat food as a part of medical care. As Holofsky says, many illnesses can be avoided with better nutrition. Lieutenant Governor Kyle Evans-Gay will chair that group, and that committee brings together voices from healthcare, agriculture, and research to create a statewide plan. And if you get a call from what looks like a BB number, be sure to double check before answering. According to Bay Health, calls seem to originate from their number asking patients for Medicare numbers. They say not to give out any personal or medical information unless the caller's identity can be verified.
We're seeing filtered sunshine right now in Milford as the clouds are increasing. 62. It's on the cool side in inland areas, close to 70. But this is the last day of sunshine as we have a yellow alert in effect for Wednesday for rain, heavy at times, then drying out for the holiday weekend, but still on the cool side. Call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone. The number is 443-880-9100. Sponsored by the law offices of Brockstead, Mandalis, Federico. I'll have your weather and cooler 10-day forecast coming up next. Definitely need a windbreaker out there this afternoon. It is cooler than average, and I think we're barely getting to 70 inland areas. 60s at the coast and a cool breeze. Then increasing clouds this evening, and then rain develops on Wednesday. It's a yellow alert day. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. We are looking at rain heavy at times, maybe a rumble of thunder as well. Then lingering showers through the rest of the week with upper 60s. Crossing my fingers for a dry stretch Saturday through Memorial Day Monday, but it's still cool. 75 Memorial Day, and then we're looking at more showers, I think, probably later Monday on into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So an unsettled and cool pattern ahead.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News Midday. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. And don't forget to join us for Coast TV News at 5 later this afternoon. Have a great day.